Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great guys. So in this video I'll be discussing about GP margin. Alright, so let's start the topic guys. So our question is, what is GP margin? Alright, yes. So gross profit margin or GP margin is a key profitability ratio that tells you how efficiently a company is producing and selling its goods. Okay, so GP margin basically shows the percentage of revenue, okay, left after covering your COGS, that is cost of goods sold. So basically it focuses on the core business operations. Okay, core business operations it focuses on. And what does these core business operations include? The productions along with your direct cost. Okay, yes. Not indirect expenses. What are the indirect expenses, guys? Anybody just write it down in the comment section, guys. What are the indirect expenses? Like the marketing expenses or salaries, etc. All right, yes. So this is your GP margin. Okay, so now let's discuss why GP margin is important. So GP margin is important because it shows the pricing power of a company. Okay, so pricing power means, what does it mean? Pricing power. So pricing power means the ability of a company to charge high prices. Yes, ability to charge its high prices without losing the customers. All right. Yes, so if a company has a high GP, if the company is having high GP, okay, it usually means the customers are willing to pay more. Customers do not having any issue and they are willing to pay for the higher charges. Okay, and the second one is, and the company has a strong brand value, right? Or the unique something, there is a USP, unique product is there. Okay, that is why the customers are willing to pay more, right? Yes. So the second one is, it indicates cost control efficiency. So GP margin shows how well a company manages its production cost, guys. Okay, how efficiently a company is managing its production cost, that is your nothing just COGS. All right, so if a GP margin is increasing, if this is increasing, what does it indicates? So company is reducing its cost or managing raw materials and labor very your raw materials and labors very efficiently. All right, yes. Now the third one is, it helps in industry comparison. All right, so GP margins also helps in comparing the companies within the same industry, within same industry. All right, yes. Why same industry? Why same industry? Because different industries have their different cost structures. Yes, what are the cost structures? Debt, equity, right? Yes. So we already discussed this concept previously also, right? Yes, you can check it out, that video. All right. And the last one is the useful for the trend analysis. Okay, so you can basically track GP margin over a time period. Okay, over a time period like year on year basis, you can track or you can check, right? So if the margin is increasing, what does it indicating? So company is improving its efficiency or pricing. All right, and if it is decreasing, vice versa, cost rising and competitor pressure will be there. Okay, yes. So I hope you will understand this, why GP margin is important. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now the limitations. Okay, it ignores operating expenses. So not full, like it's so not full like profitability. All right. So basically, GP margin only considers your revenues and your COGS. Yes or no, guys? Yes, yes. And if it doesn't include your indirect, right? Like your salaries, your rent, marketing expenses, administration cost, etc. Right? So why this is a problem? So a company may show a high GP. A company may show a high GP margin but still have low or negative net profit. Yes, it can be the case due to the high operating expenses. Okay, if the operating expenses are high, but it is like ignoring its indirect expenses. Okay, so that's the problem here. Okay, so that is why it is the limitation. Next is can be manipulated by the accounting methods. Like for the inventory valuation, we use like LIFO, FIFO, or weighted average, right? So GP margin depends on how COGS is calculated. So basically, it is depending on the COGS, right? And that can vary based on the inventory valuation methods. So basically, it depends on the inventory valuation methods like the LIFO, FIFO, or weighted average. See, okay. So in times of rising the prices, like if there is a situation of inflation, the prices are rising, right? So FIFO, under FIFO, your COGS are low, so your margin would be high. Okay, but under LIFO, your COGS are high and your margin would be low. Okay, so why this matters a lot? Why? Because two companies with the same operations can show different GP margins just because of accounting choices. Because one choice is if you are using FIFO or other one is a LIFO. So that would mean a huge impact on your GP margin. Okay, so that is another problem. That is another limitation for the concept. Alright, and here last but not the least is not useful across the different industries. So different industries have their different cost structures. Okay, previously also we discussed, right? So GP margins vary widely because their cost structures changes, right? Their cost structures changes. So for example, like if the software or like IT companies, okay, if IT companies we are talking about, so their high GP margin. Okay, so their production cost would be low. But in the retail or the grocery industry, okay, retail or grocery, so if the GP is low, thin margins or very high volumes, okay, so comparing them would be misleading. We can't compare these two, right? Because a 20% margin can be excellent in retail. So for the retail industry, 20% is excellent, very, very good, excellent, right? But if you talk about the tech sector, then it is very poor, very poor. Okay, so you can't compare these two industries. Okay, so not useful across different industries. Okay, so I hope you all understand this thing, right? What are the limitations for the same? All right, let's move on. So now the formula of the concept GP margin. Okay, so revenue. So the formula is revenue minus COGS by revenue into 100. Okay, revenue minus COGS by revenue into 100 is the formula for GP margin. All right, so let's understand with the help. So your revenue is 100 lakh rupees and COGS 60 lakh rupees. All right, so the formula is revenue minus COGS by revenue into 100. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So here the value of revenue is 100 minus COGS is 60 by revenue is 100 into 100. Alright. So our answer is 40%. So our GP margin is 40%. But what this 40% is indicating to us, guys? Anybody? Just write it down in the comment section, guys. Okay. So this 40% is indicating, or we can say it as a point 0.4, right? Yes. So it is indicating that for every 1 rupee sale, guys, for every 1 rupee sales, the company keeps 0.4 rupee after covering its direct cost. Okay, yes. So this is all about your GP margin concept. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Do like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye, and good luck.